us a look at Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. We mentioned that one of the two fighters in the main event struggled to make weight, and not for the first time in his career, it was Chavez Jr. He is a big middleweight to begin with, and yesterday when he came to the scales, he was in tough shape. We'll be talking about it with Larry Merchant in the lead-up to the main event. Copy box numbers in the 6th round. Donaire 14 out of 43. Vazquez 25 out of 69. So Vazquez landed 11 more punches and threw 26 more punches in that round. That's a dramatic reversal from the numbers of our previous 5 rounds. And Harold, how do you have it through 6?
Let's see if I get it a little bit closer. 4 rounds to 2. 58-55, Nonito Donaire. Jim, I think Wilfredo Vazquez won rounds 5 and 6 using that left jab. He's moving forward. He's walking Donaire down. He's landed a lot more. But here's the problem. Wilfredo Vazquez throws 1 punch at a time. Watch. A 122-pound guy is supposed to double something. For 6 rounds, this guy doubles nothing. 1 punch, 1 punch, 1 punch. And you can't win a fight throwing 1 punch. Wilfredo Vazquez has got to stop moving his hands and double something. On the other hand, Nonito Donaire can't switch to lefty, because if he does, he cannot protect that right eye. He carries the right hand high so that right eye doesn't swell anymore. If he goes southpaw, leaves it wide open. 4-2, Donaire.
And Emmanuel, you were suggesting toward the end of the last round that you don't think Donaire cares much about having lost a couple of rounds because he's letting Vazquez come forward to set up counterpunches.
Yes, he wants him to engage more. I think he knows that his punching power is so much more, more than Vazquez. He wants to get him committed to standing toe-to-toe more.
Well, this is as toe-to-toe as you can get. This is toenail to toenail.
Going to do something new with you right now. For the rest of the round, we 3 commentators, Larry Emanuel and myself, will lay out while we listen to Robert Garcia in Nonito Donaire's corner, if, in fact, he hollers any instructions into the ring.
Jab! Let's get the jab going. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Take it to him. Hands up high. Good, again. Side to side. Side to side. Good! Good!
I don't recall Donaire having even the small stretch of rounds where an opponent has stood with him, boxed with him, fought with him. He hasn't begun this much to think about in a while.
And actually has won the last couple of rounds, in my opinion.
Hard left hook by Donaire momentarily wobbled Vazquez.
Listen to me, okay? You can't handle the pressure. You're landing too many punches, but you're giving them a lot of breaks. Okay? Breathe deep, deep. Breathe deep. Okay? No problem. That last hook hurt him. Okay? It was the bell rang, but you hurt him. Okay? I want to see more of that. How's his power? Huh? Okay then. Then I want you to keep fighting smart. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Look at the tongue. Okay? Keep fighting smart. Come here. Let me see. Okay, keep going smart, but let's try to pressure him. Let's back him up. Let's back him up. Okay? Let's start backing him up. He cannot handle the pressure. Let's start backing him up. Side to side.
Go guys, let's go!
Combi box numbers in round 7. Donaire began to reassert himself with power shots. He was 22 out of 55 in the round. Vazquez 19 out of 64, but Donaire doubled Vazquez in connected power shots, and you saw the big left hook toward the end of the round that momentarily wobbled the Puerto Rican fighter.
Well, this is what Donaire wanted him to do, is to punch more and get exchanges with him and not fight so defensive. That's what he wanted Vazquez to do. Now Vazquez is fighting the fight I think that Donaire wants him to fight.
Making Donaire a pretty smart guy if this pays off the way he wants it to.
He quit applying so much pressure and let Vazquez, so to say, get into the fight for a while. And right now, his punching power and accuracy is still, I think, too much.
Yeah, well, it certainly appears that he's not worried about being hurt by Vazquez. Although, as Harold pointed out, there's the subject of the right eye.
There's also the subject of Donaire moving up in weight. You know,
Agreed.
we keep, you know, it's just 4 pounds, but it's 4 pounds in little guys. And for all we know, his punches don't carry the knockout power they might have in lower weight.
At 118.
And 115, where most of his fights have been.
Excellent point. And if he were to fade down the stretch of a 12-round fight while moving up in weight, he would be hardly the first ever to do that. That's happened plenty of times. Hard right hand and a really good body shot. Vazquez shaking his head as if to say, you can't hurt me. Excellent uppercut. Vazquez lands a jab. Body shot by Vazquez, a couple of them. Donaire comes back with a right over the top. The danger of throwing the body shots, you get counted upstairs.
You know, and Donaire is very, you throw a right hand at him, and he'll like partially block it with his left hand and then throw a left hook at the same time with the hand that he blocks. That's the same punch that he knocked out, I think, Montiel with. And that's what makes it so dangerous to throw a right hand at him sometimes.
Montiel launched a right, which was in effect a cue for Donaire. Donaire's big left hook.
Came a left hook right over top of him.
Like that.
It's a dag fact.
Larry, who said farce seldom beats force. What do you think of Donaire mugging at Vazquez like that?
I wanted to roll out a roll of toilet paper.